What's up, guys? Pypo bringing you today. I'm doing some Kotty Magoo action. Love me some Kotty Magoo action. Currently riding a Raptor. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I kind of just was like, meh, meh. I'm getting sick of that. I don't know how or why or when. I just started getting sick of that Warhorse, man. Just because like it's all I've ever used. I never used like a flying. That guy has my Raptor. I just got on this Raptor. You know, it's the same thing with that weird. You know when you buy a car, or you like are just in a car, and you just got a brand new car. It's brand new, and like for some reason you've never really seen it that much. You go out on the road and like for some reason you're seeing it everywhere on that. But before you got the car, you never saw anyone with it. And it's the same thing that just happened then with that mount. I just got the mount. All of a sudden everyone's on a fucking Raptor. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think that's actually a thing. Like, it's not like because you now have a car, everyone spontaneously just spawns the same car. Like, that's not a thing that's happening. What's happening is you're just recognizing the car more because you actually are, like, aware of its existence. Like, you've probably seen that car just as much every other fucking day of your life. But because you now have the car, it's in your memory, it's in you, like, you know what it looks like, you're familiar with it. Now that's all, like, that's all you think about. You fucking see that car everywhere. It happens for a lot of stuff, actually. It's the same for, like, just words. Like, if you don't know a word and you learn a word, then you'll end up, like, hearing the word in context and people talking about it all the time and shit, and you're like, how come I never heard the word before? But it's not because you never heard it before. It's because now you're just aware of it. It's, like, in your vocabulary. It's there. When you hear it, you actually go, oh, I actually know that word, you know? Jesus Christ, I just got that guy for 153k right in his face. What I'm going to talk about in this video, though, is Christmas. I know you guys are probably watching this after Christmas. Like, yeah, you're probably watching this definitely after Christmas. Might be actually like a long time after Christmas. And my boots just failed again. A Pypo video is not a Pypo video if my boots don't fail at least 2 or 3 times. Like, seriously, it's fucking ridiculous. It literally is fucking ridiculous how many times my boots fail. That guy's on my Raptor. That guy's on my. This is what I'm talking about. It's got my Raptor right now. But all I want to talk about in this video is I recently. So Christmas is weird, man. And not only what I want to talk about is Christmas, but like the weird family like situation. Now, if you guys haven't watched like many of my videos, you probably would know that my mother and father split up when I was pretty young. I was like 10 or some shit. And when that happens, my mother and like my family were very close to my father's side. Like they're my grandparents on his side. They're German, so I don't actually call them my grandparents. I call them my Oma and Opa. And my Oma is slowly getting Alzheimer's and slowly getting worse and all this kind of stuff. And she never wants to leave the house because it kind of scares her, I think, and all that kind of shit. But this year is kind of the last year, maybe, that we're gonna actually have like a Christmas together. Obviously, without my dad, because my dad and my mother broke up. It's kind of like this weird, and like I don't even want to really see him at all because he's an asshole. It's that weird thing where it's like you have a parent and they're your parent, so it's kind of like you have to see them, but like when you don't like someone that is supposed to be like that you love them and they just naturally are supposed to be around you, and you don't like them, and in fact you would rather not see them, it gets really weird, and it's like this awkward thing. Like it's not a friend. It's not a friend you can just be like, yeah, let's never talk again, and then like you never see each other again. It's just weird. There's always gonna be that little connection there for some reason, and you're never gonna be able to break it. You're never gonna be, especially when there's other family members involved. So what's happened is my mother has gone to all this work to like make this really nice Christmas, buying all this food, getting all this stuff together, buying like tables and shit, cleaned up our house, like cleared all this bush that was like in my house, made like this nice garden, put all these fucking lights in, did all this crazy shit. Did it all because she thought it was gonna be the last Christmas that me and my grandparents, or my Oma and Opa, spent together, because they're pretty much getting to the age now where they're not gonna want to leave anymore, and they told us like, yeah, they'd definitely be coming and all that kind of stuff. And just today, so it's the 22nd, so the Christmas on 25th, obviously, it's the 22nd today. And today, my father, who doesn't live down here, doesn't live anywhere near down here, decided spontaneously, I guess, that he was going to come down and see them for Christmas. Which, again, is something like, you probably shouldn't get angry at someone for that. Like, you want to come down and see your parents for Christmas, yeah, whatever. But because of the whole weird family situation, it's like this weird, fucking, now we wouldn't go over there to see them because we don't want to see you. There's this whole weird thing. And, like, not only that, my grandparents now are, pretty much have made the decision that they're not going to come here on Christmas because they don't want to make it awkward or something. Which again, it's like, okay, whatever. Like it does, like, it sucks as well that I'm not gonna be able to see them, but it also is like it sucks more for my mother because my mother just like spent so much time doing all this shit like for them. Like it's not even for anyone else really. I mean, it kind of is for, like the grandkids, but the grandkids are still too young to like even know what the fuck's going on really. So it's 100% for like them, and they wanted this whole like family situation, and it just sucks because she treats them like they're her own parents, and she treats them like, you know, it's fucked up to say this, but they're not blood related in any way, right? They're not blood related. They're not even like bound by law anymore because they're my dad and my mother's divorced. Not even bound like in any. My boost has failed again. That's the second time. It is now officially a Pypo video. 2 failed boost pops. Jesus Christ. So basically, don't you, dude? Let me get it. Melis, thank you. God damn, I really want that orb. So it's even more weird that she's the one that like goes over and like looks after my oma, my grandmother, and she's the one that does everything. She's the one that looks after with Alzheimer's. When they're in some trouble, they need something, she's the one that does all the work. She's the one that looks after them. She's the one that's most friendly with them. She's the one that cares about them the most. Just 100%. Like they have my mom and I have 2 sons that both of them don't live near them. Both of them hardly speak to them. Both of them never really look after them. My mother's always there, always looking after them, and loves them. Like she loves them like they're her own parents. And it sucks to watch that the relationship get completely just thrown aside simply because they're not blood related. Like oh, my son's coming down, you know, or like my father's coming down to see them, and simply because of that means that they no longer want to come and see my mother. I'm sure they still want to. It's just that it's too much of a hassle for them or something. I don't know. Like I shouldn't really complain. I mean, old people do like there's a different kind of logic once you're older. I think like you stop thinking like a normal fucking person. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I fucking like. It's another reason why I just don't like large families. Like I don't have that large of a family as it is, but I don't like it because it's like this weird fat thing about bullshit where you have to go and meet everyone, you have to go do all the shit, you have to, and then all of a sudden something bad goes wrong, and then there's a problem in the family, and everyone has to know about it, and there's shit going on. Brainstorm. And it's just this weird fat thing about bullshit, and it pisses me off because no other point in life are you so invested in someone else's life to the point where if they do something, it'll affect you. Like for me personally, I'm not. Like, I don't give a shit about much. The only thing that could actually affect me is if something ever happened to my close relatives. Like, that's the only thing that could really, like, affect my life and make me, like, depressed and sad and fucked up. Like, that's the only thing I can think of in my entire life. Like, if a friend died of mine, I'd be like, yeah, that sucks. I'd move on with my life. I mean, I'm sorry. That's literally just the person I am, though. Like, I'm a strong person. Like, I just don't really... It's not that I don't give a shit. It's just that I see no reason to like linger on shit. But the one thing that I wouldn't be able to move on from is like a family member dying. And it's weird, man. It's like this weakness. I mean, God, I'm gonna sound corny as fuck, but it's like this weird thing where like you never really love someone until like you realize that it's more of a detriment to your life than actually a benefit. You know what I mean? Like you love a person so much that it's now actually an issue that if something ever happened or something went wrong, it's now like a major problem. Like you put yourself at risk to save this motherfucker. Brainstorm. Like it's you fucking like it's such a detriment. Like it's weird that that's how the human race like evolved. Like you'd think that people who would have evolved from the human race would be people who like was unable to love because they would be the strongest person. They'd be able to just throw people under the bus 24/7 and be the strongest motherfuckers. But that's just not the case. It's not in human nature to be an asshole. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Like. It's just natural to love people, but for some reason this weird love thing is fucking. It's actually it's not a good thing. It's like it literally is not a good thing. Like if you see 2 people that love each other, they'll also fucking hate each other a little bit. Like that's just the way it is, man. It's fucking weird. It's weird how it works, and it makes no sense to me. Probably because I've never really been in love. But yeah, I got no idea. I got no fucking idea about this weird thing that everyone, like, not everyone, but like the majority of people go through. And it's just this widely known, like, an accepted thing that it's just gonna be a thing that happens. You love someone and it'll suck. It'll suck and it'll be awesome at the same time. It's weird. It's fucking weird, man. Anyway, guys, that's been fucking me destroying Kotty. Look at the damage done. Alright, it's an alright game. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day, have a good year. And I will see you in the next video. See you later. Oh, no, Pypo, don't do it! Come to your senses, Pypo, now! Ah! Blast!